All right. So good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and wherever you are, Happy New Year
Buon anno a tutti.
and happy and New Year 2021. And I'm Tania, Museflower Retreat Spa founder.
I am Susanna, a visiting practitioner at Museflower Retreat and Spa.
This is our last
Happy
day.
New Year!
So, yeah, just we have too much water, no, too much smoke last night. No, in a fire.
In a fire.
That kind of smoke. And because we were here on site, at Museflower, we were sitting by the bonfire in our bonfire yesterday. So thank you for anyone who's joining us today. Today is the last day of our 12 days of meditation magic, and if this is your first time watching our video, just to let you know.
And the question is, why is this the first time that you watch this video? We've been doing this for 12 days. Why is this the first day?
Well, maybe they clicked that this was the first one that they choose. So, it is a series of, for 12 days, we have a theme for every day and a meditation for every day. And just to help you to connect with the magic that is all around you, which is to be able to see the extraordinary in the ordinary, and also hopefully to inspire you to start a meditation practice for yourself, be able to experience the benefits of meditation. And with everything that we have talked about, if you resonate with what we talk about, great, and please leave in the comments below. And if you don't resonate with what we say, that's totally fine. You just leave it, right? And the most important thing is always, we say, follow your intuition, which is going to relate to our day 12 wisdom. And by the way, if you are joining us live, thank you so much. And feel free to leave us a comment to say hi. Suzanne and I will love to hear from you, where you're saying hi from, and also how this experience has been for you. All right, so I'm gonna we also have, by the way, my dogs joining, just to let you know. That's Fluffy, Balder, Nico there, and also Toto. Both of my dogs are here for the last day. Okay, all right, so Susanna, take it away. Wisdom.
Okay, wisdom. What is wisdom? I've been thinking a lot about that because I want to give you some definitions, some technical definitions. And wisdom basically is the quality of having experience, knowledge, and good judgment. This is a definition I checked on the Webster dictionary, and this is the definition of wisdom. And I've also been thinking that maybe sometimes there is a little bit of confusion. Because we usually make confusion between wisdom and knowledge, or we use these two words interchangeably, but they are two very different words. Because wisdom, and I can read here, wisdom involves a healthy dose of perspective and the ability to make judgments, safe and sound judgment about something. So while knowledge is the act of knowing, and the act of knowing can come because we open a book, we watch a movie, we attend a workshop, and that is mere knowledge. We know something. Wisdom involves something more. The capacity to make sound judgment and also the perspective. Anyone can become knowledgeable about something else. Wisdom is knowing when to say that something, which is very interesting because we use these two words interchangeably and they mean two different things. So maybe I can also invite you to ponder when are those moments when you are knowledgeable, and when are those moments, when do they happen, when you are wise, when you use your wisdom capacity. What makes the difference between the two moments? Yes. Or maybe it's the same event, and in the beginning you simply observed, and with your knowledge you observed the situation, and then with your wisdom you made a judgment about that, or an evaluation if you don't like the word judgment. And the word wisdom, there is a beautiful story about that. It's the myth of the goddess of wisdom. And this is also the topic of our meditation today, which is going to be storytelling. I love storytelling. Metaphors, all the stories, all the metaphors that we've heard, metaphors, they hold an important meaning, a very important meaning, because what they really mean bypasses our logical mind. That's why stories are so powerful. That's why, as men, as women, we are fascinated by stories because they teach us something. And so, with our wisdom, we can also make judgments about those stories. And today, I would like to tell you the story of Sophia, the goddess of wisdom. Sophia is a Greek word that means wisdom. But before that, and I have the picture on my phone, so please forgive me for that, because the image maybe won't be here very clear. But I invite you, before closing your eyes, I invite you to observe this picture. I think it's pretty clear. Okay. And, okay, maybe I can show you. So there is one detail in this picture that is the topic of our talk. And have you ever wondered about the gorgeous woman in this fresco painted by Michelangelo? It's in the Sistine Chapel, in the Cappella Sistina in the Vatican in Rome. And have you ever wondered who this blonde woman is? I show you that again, because is the one that God has his arms wrapped around while he is, with other
Maybe
arm, is pointing. Okay, yeah. This woman, okay, my finger is very big. Yeah, this blonde woman, okay, maybe now you can see it better. Some art historians believe that the petite blonde was Jehovah's grandmother, the goddess Sophia. And now the story of Sophia begins. So I invite you to sit down in a comfortable position, or like on your mat, on your yoga mat, on a pillow. You can lie down on the floor, on the carpet. You can sit down on a chair, and you can close your eyes, and you make yourself very comfortable, and just listen to this story. In the Judeo-Christian tradition, the goddess Sophia is the beginning and the source of wisdom, and keeper of the knowledge of all is that righteous and just. With her sound wisdom and guidance, rulers lead their kingdoms to prosper. In the darkness and ignorance that thrive in her absence, the proverbial wasteland eats away at the soul and nations perish. Known as the mother of all, or simply as wisdom, Sophia was born of silence according to Gnostic creation myths. She gave birth to both male and female, who together created all the elements of our material world. Female then gave birth to Jehovah in all his emanations. But she also gave birth to Yaldabaoth, who was known as the son of darkness. When humans were created, Sophia loved them all dearly. Unfortunately, her affection for humans sparked jealousy in both Yaldabaoth and Jehovah. Hoping to keep humans weak and powerless, the brothers forbade humans to eat the fruit of the tree of knowledge. Female then sent her spirit in the form of the serpent to teach the humans to disobey the envious gods. Sophia so desperately loved humans that she decided she would live among them. To her dismay, they mostly ignored her. She tried speaking to them. When they turned a deaf ear, she screamed from the tops of the highest walls. Still, she was not heard. In her anguish at being so neglected, she left humans with one last thought. You have denied and ignored me, so will I do when calamity strikes and you call for my help. Only those who earnestly search for me and love me will merit my love and assistance. There are those who believe that Sophia, so desperate in her desire to relate, later returned to humans in another attempt to bond with them. Sophia is often symbolized by the dove of Aphrodite, which later became the dove representing the Holy Spirit. The dove appeared to the Virgin Mary in the form of the Virgin of Light, entered her, and conceived Jesus. In this sense, Sophia attempted again, in form of a man, to be united with the mortals, so she loved. Sophia's traits include righteous, wise, loving, communicative, knowledgeable with judgment, creative, protective, giving, and truthful. As Sophia, woman, sees it and tells it as it is, she has no fear of the truth. She brings meaning to human experience with her gift of understanding the bigger picture. Only when you stand back, gaining some emotional distance, can you see that even the most traumatic experiences can be the birthplace of our most treasured strength. It is only in times of great stress that heroic feats are truly appreciated. Sophia was also the mother of faith, hope, and charity. They are Sophia's gifts to us, gifts that can overcome the despair, confusion, and suffering that frame human life. Sophia reminds us that clear vision and understanding line the path that leads to the discovery of the meaning of your life. And let's stay in this silence for a few moments while we meditate about all this. About those moments when we were wise, we had wisdom helping us. Meditate about faith, hope, clarity. What do you think about that? Why is all this so important to us? Is there even something bigger than this? How wisdom can help us in dealing with the events that we have been dealing so far and for future events? How could wisdom help us? And very gently, we gently come back and we start with one deep breath in through the nose. Maybe we can start moving our fingers and wiggling our toes, and we let go through the mouth. Then another breath, and maybe we can stretch our arms. And a third breath in, and with our exhale, we can open our eyes. Welcome back after the story of Sophia.
Thank you.
This is a very ancient myth that comes from Gnostic tradition. Maybe you have noticed that there are very many similarities with another story that, especially for those of you who grew up in a Catholic Judeo-Christian tradition, the story is a little bit different. I like this interpretation, I like this version, sorry, not interpretation, I like this version of the story because there is this goddess, this human quality represented by a woman, Sophia, the wisdom that loves to stay with us. Wisdom always is looking for us, always tries to be with us. So in a way, we should open ourselves to be more wise, to welcome that wisdom. How many times did it happen to you that maybe with a little bit of more wisdom, something could have been avoided, or a different decision could have been made? Would you like to add something to that? Or is it any experience, or you feel that there was a similar experience, like, oh, if only I had, or if only I had listened to that inner intuition that was given by wisdom, by Sophia?
Yeah, definitely. Lots of times. Lots of times. I mean, similar to, when we're talking about trust and listen to our intuition. And, like there were days, where I didn't listen and I was like, oh, but the wisdom then, that form was like, better listen to that.
She never leaves us alone.
Yeah, so better listen to that.
Yes, we are always given the chance to understand and to have the intuition or that wisdom, which is not just knowledge.
Yeah.
The wisdom is, okay, I can make a judgment, I can judge, I can make a sound judgment about this event. Now that I know this, what are my evaluation, what are my judgments? We say, like many of the time, oh, that person is so wise. Or the stories, there are many stories, they start, once upon a time, there was, and usually is either a couple or a person that feels lost, and then they went and pay a visit to a wise man or a wise woman. What is the difference? Or a wise group of people. What is the difference? Why are these people so wise? Maybe they've been through many experiences and they've been able to make a sound judgment, respectful judgment about the situation, so they can teach that.
Right, yeah.
I like these stories when they start with, okay, there was a wise man once, and he, Gandalf in the Lord of the Rings, for example, is the wise one.
Right.
There is also the wrong wise, which is the other one, Saruman, who has a completely different kind of wisdom, which is not even wisdom, but yeah, I like when there is the person, they are experienced and they can share that.
Exactly, yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, sharing your wisdom, the tip of the day for wisdom.
Again, I wrote down some of them because, again, it is much better to have options than lack of options. So, the first tip of the day for like improving or implementing or achieving or becoming more wise is, number one, learn from your own experience. Everything that happens leaves as a teaching for us. What is that teaching? And most of all, if you notice that the story keeps repeating, why you don't learn from your experience?
Right.
What are you waiting for? Are you waiting for another event similar to that one but a little louder? This is how I believe universe is talking to us.
Right.
First thing, it's just a whisper.
Or like how Sophia was talking,
Yeah, Sophia is saying, okay, and we ignore, blah, 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 like that. And then the second one, Sophia is speaking, like she's raising her voice a little bit. Okay, maybe you should be careful. And then we ignore it to the point that it's no longer whisper, it's no longer like word in a normal tone, but it's, hey, wake up, like this.
Like a scream.
Exactly, like a scream. So
Yeah.
learn from your own experience, so you
Yes.
don't have to live the same situation over and over again.
Mm.
The second tip is nurture your awareness,
Mm-hmm.
or mindfulness. The awareness or mindfulness, they are both the capacity to be in this moment, in this millisecond here now.
Yeah.
So nurture that capacity to be aware, self-aware and aware of what's happening around you, us, because these are tips also for everybody, I guess, ourselves included.
Yeah.
And then think about other first. And this doesn't mean that we need to neglect ourselves completely. That is not the real meaning of this. Is that sometimes we are so over-focused on us that we do not take care of the people around us. We do not pay attention. And then sometimes taking care of other people is an experience that we can learn from. So we go back to the tip number 1, learn from your own experience.
And it's also a combination with awareness too.
Yes, yes.
Being in tune with what other people
Hi, Moshi. I couldn't read your name, so
Oh,
I needed
yes.
to read
From
that.
you.
Hi, Moshi. Thank you for your comment. And yeah, so think about the others first, because as a community, as social animals, we can learn from others by also taking care of them.
Yeah.
And by taking care, I mean everything. Also, an act of kindness is paying attention to others. And a welcome, a hi, is a simple act of kindness, a very easy one. It doesn't cost much, and it's a nice way to take care of others' needs.
Right. Or even a smile.
Or even a smile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice gift.
And then another tip, which is keep what is important in front of you. For example, my cats are very important to me. The welfare of animals, the health of animals is very important. So I keep that.
There.
In this case, they are not in front of me, they are behind
us.
me. But the health of animals or anything else that is important, keep that in front of you.
So staying focused on your priorities.
Exactly.
And being in the present moment
Exactly.
as well. Yeah.
These are very useful tips, very simple ones, so we can develop, we can grow, we can let our wisdom or capacity for wisdom grow.
Yeah. Thank you. So to sum up with wisdom, with these 12 days, also let us know what is that one, nugget of wisdom that came through for you. Maybe there are many, or maybe there's just one, and if you like, you can always share with us in the comments below. And I'm going to ask the same question to Susanna as well. So, with the 12 days, today is the last day, and last day here at Museflower, last day we're doing the virtual one online as well. So what is that one kind of nugget of wisdom that you felt you got through these 12 days?
Well, there are many, but I want to choose the one that it's been sort of shown to me, has been shown to me many times, not just when we were having this live, but also in other moments of the day. And it is a combination of trust, faith, and courage. Because I was meditating about wow, I survived 2020 alive. Alive and kicking, safe and sound. And so besides the gratitude for being here, it was a combination of trust, of courage, of faith, I trust, and I trust in me, I trust in my capacity to move forward. And of course, I want to acknowledge, I want to recognize also all the other people that sadly they weren't able to make it, and at the same time, so I honor them, and at the same time I thank these wise moments when I was able to trust myself, when I was able to trust the universe. Somebody would say, well, probably that was not your moment yet, and yes, it's true. And at the same time, with courage and faith, seeing, okay, this is my wisdom, being more faithful. Learn from what happened. What did I do that worked during this year, during this 2020? The so past, yay, 2020. What did I do that worked? And what are the things that I could do in a different way? That what are actions or decisions or things that I did that might be done in a different way? And this is my very long nugget of wisdom.
Very big nugget.
Yeah. And what is yours, if I may ask? What is yours?
There are also like many, and I feel that that was the one main thing, that came out in the breathwork session that Susanna facilitated here, which is wonderful. And it's very hard to do that online. So hopefully you have, you have a chance to experience that, live in physical space with Susanna. And it's just to kind of keep carrying on, and that was one of the main message. Carry on, and even sometimes doing these 12 days, and even though these are things, actually we get to do what we really enjoy. And so even if I tell my son I'm going to work, I don't really feel like I'm working. I feel like this is part really I enjoy this. So just kind of carrying on. But sometimes there are days, because 12 days we didn't have a break. So it was sort of like yesterday was a feeling, like running a marathon. I've never run a marathon, but I'm just guessing. It's almost like you're almost at the finish line, but you can't see it yet.
Yeah.
And then there's this sort of like, okay, am I going to make it, right? Am I going to make it? There's a little bit tired, like kind of breaking down. Then, the healing comes, right? And then it's like, well, actually, we are at the finish line in this case, in this 12 days. But of course, we keep carrying on with what we do, doing what we love and what we enjoy as well. Yeah,
and I was, a few seconds ago, I was struck by Sophia's whispering something to me, like about simplicity.
Yes.
This is what I've learned here about being simple.
Yes.
Savoring the simple pleasures of life. Simplicity is the best.
Yes, and that is actually the philosophy here at Museflower. Simple is bliss. Bliss is simple, and just keeping.
I like walking. Walking the labyrinth. Spending time in this beautiful garden. Savoring these easy and simple pleasures of life that are really fulfilling, highly fulfilling. Yes. So simplicity.
And very nurturing to the soul.
Yes, simplicity might be one of my words for 2021.
Wow, thank you. That was a new word.
Yeah.
That's a new word. So thank you so much. We want to finish off with picking a card for everybody who's watching the video. But before we do that, I want to mention again, last but not least, about Orbis. Please keep on supporting Orbis. Our campaign is ending in a few days on the 4th of January, so you're welcome to support our campaign. I'm just showing our link here to go to our fundraising page, and even that has finished, please carry on to give back to a good cause that you resonate with, support other communities that are in need, or support that community you're involved in ways that you can. Sometimes of course money would totally help, in this case donation, but sometimes even the effort of we didn't get to reach our pledge goal yet. I still have a few days, and we have also people donated cash here and stuff. So even though maybe the goal is this, but then there's still, I was going to say for money, even kind of donate money, there's just this effort of building awareness, for example, what we're doing here, and having fun doing that as well. So whatever resources that you have, that's sort of going to tip with thinking about others' need, isn't it? To help and contribute the way that you can, and to a cause that you truly believe in. I feel that's going to build in the wisdom there, isn't it? So just last but not least, we will leave the link in the donation, the donation link in the description box below. Obviously, you can tell it's a 12-day, we can't talk. No, just kidding. So, just to leave you with the loud wisdom, just for a little fun, we have a little nice card deck here called Cat Wisdom, and I can't find the author here, but I guess Susanna and I will each pick a card. Oh, sorry, but it's published by Blue Angel Gallery in Australia. So, but no author name.
No author.
It's just the Blue Angel Gallery, the publisher. So, Cat Wisdom. So just something fun to finish off, sort of maybe the message of for 2021 for everybody. We'll pick one each.
We pick Okay.
So I'm ready. Shuffle the cards. What is the message 2021 for everybody, you know, who is watching this video. All right, Susanna, pick one and I'll pick one.
Mine is this one.
Okay, you show your card to the camera.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Mine is individuality.
Aha.
With
So-
this beautiful Siamese cat.
Yes, beautiful. And mine is flexibility. So flexibility and individuality, in this case, I think is really just, you know, being the true you. Being
Yes.
You,
Yes.
like just shining your self, you know,
Yeah.
and being your true authentic self.
Be aware of yourself.
The self-awareness
Yeah,
as well.
self-awareness. Individuality in this case is not I take care of my needs and everybody else can bye-bye. It's really develop this self-awareness. Find your own individuality and how you can put this individuality in service
Yes.
and share that with the community.
Yes. At the
Yeah.
same time, also being flexible. So, you know, linking with that doesn't mean, like you said, you know, like this is my way, I'm going to do it my way because
Yeah.
it works. You know, there also needs a lot of flexibility in it. And all is, I think, tying or weave together beautifully, again, to contribute to the community, how
Yes.
you can be of service to the community. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So we will finish it here. This is the card.
With these two beautiful cats.
Yes, a beautiful cat. So
Yay.
there you go.
Okay.
And I want to also say thank you so much for joining us for these 12 days.
Thank you.
We hope you have enjoyed this beautiful magical ride, and definitely we have enjoyed doing this every
Yeah.
day. And I want to thank you, Susanna, as well, for joining me, for being my guest host for
Thank
these
you.
12 days.
Thank you, Tania, for inviting me and for allowing me to be with you here.
So thank you so much. We wish you a wonderful New Year 2021 ahead.
Yes.
And, you know, I'll get my dogs to say, you want to carry Nico?
Yes.
There you go.
Please come.
And
Hey,
I'll carry
baby.
Toro. So that's Nico and Toro.
Yay.
And we'll end the video here.